How you feeling, buddy? How you feeling for your husband?
Nervous. Very.
Heath, how you feeling? You've been here before.
It's all over but the crying. Just say the word. Somebody's going to win a grand champion.
There we go. There we go. Are you ready? You want to know who won? No.
To the World Championship Barbecue Cooking Contest. Like our shirt says, we are the World Championship Barbecue Cooking Contest. We have over 129 teams here today, over 22 states represented and 4 countries. And this Saturday, we're gonna have a new champion to walk across this stage and dreams will be realized. We're gonna have the ceremonial lighting of the grill. On 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Grand Champion. I declare the 2024 World Championship Barbecue Contest on.
All right, we're finally starting to trim our ribs out here. It's Thursday morning at the World Championship Barbecue Cooking Contest. I got my good buddy Kevin right here helping me out. Several of the guys is getting on aprons. First thing we doing, we took our ribs over to our butcher. We put them on a bandsaw. We've cut them down to about 3 3/4 inches wide. You can see that nice, pretty rib there. Now we're gonna peel the membrane off and I'm gonna start sorting through, getting my perfect 24 slabs that I'm cooking out here this year. I'm gonna cook 16 out of the gate and I'm gonna stagger 8, crossing our fingers. Hopefully we can make finals. So let's keep going through some ribs and starting the trimming process. Once the back of the rib is skinned, the first thing I do is come down here and all this loose stuff on the end, I kind of take one bone off the end and kind of cut it off. And that way it kind of cleans up that end of the rib, all right? Then I see how many bones I have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is perfect. I'm gonna cut this end off, and then that right there is a beautiful comp rib. Now, you can see how the rib kind of starts down here with a perfect flow and then starts to rise up with meat. I'm gonna take my knife, lay it in here, and start evening out this rib. Now I'm just gonna trim it down and make it look uniform and shape it up. When I get that rib about like that, I pick it up. When I do that, I can see how these fat pockets are in here. When I tilt it, I can take my knife and just go in here just a little something like that and just divot those pockets out. Now I'm gonna take a pair of kitchen shears here. Any loose meat, kind of clean up. That's how I trim a competition rib. That's perfect. When I pick that rib up, when I cook it, it's gonna be stiff. Give me that old rib wave. Friday morning. It's exactly 8:30 a.m. down here at the World Championship. We've got our Outlaw BFO fired up with some of that roll oak charcoal. Starting to run clean right now. We're about to get our baby back seasoned up. We're doing a full practice run today. I like to ensure that all my timing and processes is 100% with my team. That's why I always try to do a practice run on a Friday in the rib category. So kind of follow along today. Hopefully, these are gonna turn out perfect and we won't have to make any adjustments for tomorrow's contest. Now, I've already trimmed these ribs down. We trimmed almost 70 racks yesterday, kind of picked the top 24 that we wanted to cook on Saturday. And so these are some culls right here that we're cooking, but they're really not culls. They're some really good ribs. So I'm gonna start out with a little quick binder of mustard. I'm just gonna put a little line on each of these and rub them in and get some garlic jalapeno laid down. Now, the easiest thing to do when you're laying that and you're doing a whole bunch of ribs, always grab me a pastry brush. It just kind of keeps wiping that mustard on kind of easy, right? So once you get going there, back and forth. I almost got you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. All right. Now that we've got all this mustard on these ribs here, let's go ahead and get down some of that garlic jalapeno. I'm always going to use this as my base. Now we've got our shaker loaded up with our competition rub. I'm going to come back and get a good base layer on that, let that sweat in for about 5 minutes, flip them over, repeat the process. Now, as you can see while I'm rubbing mustard in here, these Prairie Fresh Prime ribs, look at how beautiful they are. The marbling on them, the fat content. These are some absolutely fabulous ribs right here. And so we're hoping they're gonna take us to the promised land again. You know, down here, no matter how good you are, you gotta get lucky too. Just remember, when you're layering this on as a base layer, depending on how spicy you want it is how thick you can go. It's completely up to you. Remember, the more heavy-handed you get, the more back-end heat that this rub is gonna affect your meat. And so if you like that nice little pop in the back of your throat, be sure to layer it on really good and thick. If you don't, be sure to just put a light layer on or whatever other rub combination you're using. Time to sweat, time to get on the pit. You ready, Kevin? All right, it's time to go on now. Now, you know, they said the police was gonna come over here later because this was a rib crime scene because we finna absolutely murder them today. If you look and see what we've done, that comp rub's got to go to jail. Because it is definitely should be illegal as good as it is. Hands down. All right, once you get it pumped up, it's time to spritz your meat. So we've been on 1 hour here. You can see our ribs are starting to dry out on top. That's what we're looking for. And we're just spritzing with a little bit of water. Now look at that right there. That smoke attaches perfect to that water. That's kind of what I'm wanting. I'm gonna keep going in here. Oh yeah, these are looking absolutely fantastic today. All right, time to wrap some ribs. Kevin's bringing them off. We're gonna start throwing down. We've got our butter bath mixed up here, and we got a little bit of honey rub. So I'm gonna go down with a little bit of honey rub in that foil. A little bit on the back, 3/4 of a cup. All right, we have wrapped our ribs, all 22 racks on the BFO Outlaw. We're gonna give them about 45 minutes to an hour, and we're gonna start checking them and seeing where they're at tenderness. But I know they will not go any more than an hour and a half, and all of them should be off because we went about 2.5 on general smoke. So follow along. We'll be back to check them here in about 45 minutes. All right, we've already got 15 racks of ribs off. It went about 55 minutes total. As you can see, when I unwrap these ribs here, we've got a little bit of blowback right here, what I'm looking for. You can take those bones, that rib there, pretty much done. It's gonna tighten up to where it needs to be. Let's keep checking these ones right here. And so when I look at this right here, and I can take this rib, look at this, and I can push one down and pull one up, and it wants to bust like that, that rib's perfect. It's time to get it rested for at least an hour before we glaze it. All right, well, I gotta say, it's always good to see our good friends from Illinois, and they are known for one thing, and that's giving everybody a piece of their luck, and they always have the lucky lighters, Smoke Freaks. So Ann has brought me one over here. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And I wanna wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
And I hope at the end of the day, they call your name right before mine.
Yeah, right. So you know what they say, light your pit on comp day, and that's worth extra bonus appearance points.
That's right.
And the more you believe in the power of the lucky lighter, the better the luck. So,
Believe me.
believe.
I love it. I love it. You know, the last lighter you give me, we went on a really good winning
I
streak.
know you did. I know. Yeah, I know. You know, the last couple lighters, the last several years, we've had all kind of world champions in many different sanctioning groups, and I like to say either I know a bunch of badass cooks, which I do, or we give out a heck of a lot of lighters, which we do. So,
Well, this is really cool. Thank you.
thank you. Best of luck to y'all.
All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap my foil. You see that extra butter bath? I'm gonna take it, pick it up, hold it, drain it in my garbage can. kind of get a little bit of that out of the way. I'm gonna set it up here, and I'm gonna lay that rib down. It is mighty hot. Matter of fact, that's the only one I'm gonna take out there, and I'm gonna let these guys with hot gloves turn them over. That's just a little too much for me, so. These are piping hot. So we're gonna start draining the liquid off of them, and then getting them out. Now that we've got enough of these ribs unwrapped, I'm gonna start saucing up. This is our sweet sauce, competition glaze, and a little bit of that apple habanero glaze. All right, as you can see, we're getting the last little bit of ribs on here to glaze up. In about 15 minutes, we're gonna show y'all some candy apple red color.
Terrible. I mean, I can't even take it.
Kind of salty, a little sweet and spicy. It's delicious.
Fantastic. It's the best rib I've ever had.
Fourth place goes to Heath Riles BBQ team. I saw Heath Riles BBQ team. Names keep kind of coming up over the years and even the evening here. Because first place, beef, in the Court to Eat Beef contest with a check and a big ass trophy. Heath Riles BBQ team. Quite amazing.
Let's go. Come on, that's you. That's you.
Were the Ribs champion 2 years ago? Is that right? Yeah. Once again, the first place, Heath Riles BBQ team. Who knows who will be saying tomorrow afternoon? Oh, no. Oh, no. A little super glue, it'll be okay. It's all right.
All right, it's about 4:20, 4:27 in the morning on Saturday morning here at the World Championship. We're fishing to get this beast lit, season down some ribs. Let's roll. Now that we've got all of our Prairie Fresh Prime ribs laid out here, I'm gonna get down a little binder. We use a little mustard in Memphis. If you don't like that, don't do it. As y'all can see, we got a full crew here this morning. Got my buddy Big Jake here. Got my buddy Kevin LaRock around there on the pit. I got Scotty Chun, old school Philadelphia, Mississippi, standing over there. I got my buddy TJ right here, been here 20 years with me. There's people running everywhere. We got a lot to do this morning. First thing though, we're gonna get this garlic jalapeno down. All right, now let's come back with some of that competition rub. Looks like we're down to the last few squirts in this bottle. Wind it up, he's winding it up over here.
see what you get. Right up on that brush.
We're gonna make it work. Man down. Now I am going to take 8 of these ribs that I've seasoned, put them in a pan, and I'll probably have to end up putting a little more seasoning on them, but we're going to save 8 racks for the finals. However I place these ribs on this rack is however they're going to cook. I always want to make sure I try to line my bones up straight. It makes it easier to cut them to go in the blind box. I always have to go back and make sure any finger smudges I left on these ribs or any spots that I see, I try to go back and touch up just a little bit. Now we're just gonna let them sweat, get happy. I can look at that pit. It's running about 250 degrees, I think, unless my eyes is lying to me. So we're gonna keep letting it get up. When it gets needles up 300, and about 10 minutes from now, 5 a.m., we're going on 20 slabs.
So last night after Bob's celebration, we got back to the house, we were all hungry. And we talked about ordering pizza, and old Bobby T got talking about Taco Bell. He was laid back, and I said, why, Bob? I said, we'll get Taco Bell, but you got to ride with me. He's all kicked back on the couch. He said, how come, but I'm not putting shoes on? I said, okay, get in the truck, let's go. So we rode to the Taco Bell drive-thru about 10:45, 11 o'clock last night with Big Jake and shoeless Malibu Bob.
Malibu Bob. Y'all heard it here first. Malibu Bob. You know, I met Jake, what Jake, was it last year at Memphis in May?
Last year in Memphis in May.
And I told you, I said, look man, if you want to come hang out, cook an ancillary for us, come hang out and cook some ribs with us, come on.
Absolutely.
And now them recruited you, you ain't going nowhere now. He's wearing the shirt, so it's all over but the crying now.
It is, and you know, last year around this time, we had talked over the phone a little bit, but that was our first time meeting in person, and I mean, from the friendship between cooking and even just personal, it's grown. Man, I'm plumb proud to be a part of it. I'm glad to be here.
Well, we're gonna see if we can't send these 20 racks today.
Hey, let's do it.
All right, now that our pit is up to temp, we've got it a little over 300 because you know these cold ribs are gonna shock it down a little. We're gonna get ready to go on. Let's go. All right, we're about 50 minutes in. Kevin here has been running with me for how long?
I took your class 2017 and became a sponsored team after that.
And been friends ever since.
And a great friend.
And been rolling me coming down from Michigan every year, cooking barbecue fest. He even makes, you were making my practice run every year at South Haven. I know this year you had to work.
Yeah.
And couldn't make it, but this is my man right here. He makes sure that outlaw right there don't drop temp at all because we have so much going on. I couldn't do it without him or the rest of this crew. And I should say that a whole lot more on camera because it takes a lot of people to execute like this right here. So this is another thank you, brother.
All right.
I love you.
Love you too.
Now, let's spritz some ribs. As you can see, they're starting to dry out just a little bit on top here. I mean, not all the way, but I'm gonna go ahead and spritz them. Get some color going. I'm sure we're about to add another stick of hickory wood. In a minute, we're gonna give it close to an hour and let it roll. And that's that beautiful mahogany color, what we're looking for. Oh yeah. Back in 45. What are you doing? You gonna do the butter bath?
I'll sit here and load it for you.
You gonna load him too?
Yep, right here.
All right, Mitch, let's go. Time to wrap. We're going down with a layer of honey rub. Here's the ribs. As you can see, they look beautiful. Down in that. I'm gonna tell you, that's a money rack right there. Look at that. That is beautiful. No wrap, straight out of the grill. 2 hours, 15 minutes. Perfect. Rollo, charcoal, and hickory wood, baby. I will tell you guys, it makes it a lot easier on rib recovery. We started warming our butter bath up in a sous vide, getting it to about 160 degrees. These ribs are along the same way, almost 160, 165, so we're not shocking that meat. It's gonna recover faster, which is gonna lead to them coming off the grill faster, recovering faster, so I can get them rested, because I think the key to a good competition quality rib is letting it rest. I like about an hour and a half. We're right on track today to make that happen. Our turn-in box is due at 11. We just wrapped and it is 7:15. We're looking good right now. So back on the pit. We'll be back in about an hour to check them, see where they're at.
How much are we gonna tell? All of it? Is this a tell-all?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we are here this Saturday morning at Memphis, May, and last night we did not to get kind of to do a recap.
Yeah.
But Bob cooked first place beef, which is hell yeah awesome.
Yes.
I think as you'll see on film, he maybe had been a little deep in the bourbon yesterday.
A little bit.
That's what I'm talking about right now. I am tired. First place is nothing, bitches.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Said some terrible words.
Tell everybody what you cooked.
Well, we did a Wagyu beef short rib over a lemon garlic butter mashed potato and a phyllo dough cup. And they were good.
Absolutely delicious.
They were good.
And I want to give a special shout out to RC Ranch. Thank you for that awesome beef. We couldn't have done it without you guys.
Amazing.
Boom. Bobby T, baby.
You got to take those mashed potatoes to 36,000 feet. That's the trick.
Exactly right. Those mashed potatoes were made at his house in Pennsylvania, and he flew with them in his suitcase, vacuum sealed, frozen.
Yes, I did.
But they were thawed out when you got here, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
Well, look, thanks again, brother.
Thank you, buddy.
See, I'm starting to bust through on the big ends here. I'm gonna come down here 3/4 of the way. Push, pull. That still is a little tight to me. See how it won't push through? That rib's going back on right here. Everybody's probably gonna ask, why am I not wearing heat gloves under here? I do burn my fingers up a lot, but I like to really feel the ribs with a touch. When I put on heat gloves under here, I just really can't feel them like I really want to. Is that every one of them?
Yeah.
Right now? All right, so how many we got left on? 4? 6? What?
6 slabs left.
6 slabs. So now we have 6 slabs on. So we're gonna give them about 10, 15 minutes, come back, yank them off. We should be good. We're gonna have a good rest time on ribs. We don't have to start glazing right now. We're 8:30. We're gonna be perfect right now. Perfect. I'm hugging this thing, get a little warm. I get the fucking chills over
That's
here.
what I've been doing. When we moved this tent, I was standing right there and I had that leg and I moved it and all that water went down my back.
Hell's there another shirt in there? You wet?
No, I'm good. I'm
Good?
good.
That hurt. Yeah. What's the time?
10:22.
We finna cut this one close, y'all. 2024 World Championship Rib Box. Let's hope for the best. Well, prelim judging's over, and Memphis was a little different this year. They actually had so many judges that they let the older judges kind of shadow the new judges. So we had 2 judges at every on-site preliminary judge. And these last 2 judges, I brought out 3 racks of full ribs. And as you can see, there's not a lot left. Even though they had been to 2 other teams, they still eat a full rack apiece. So I'm gonna say they liked them, and hopefully we get those 10s, what we're looking for. See y'all in a little while, let you know if we make finals.
I said, we gotta go the other way.
I know we said to go the other way.
No, that was on me.
Thank you.
I knew when you heard the cheering, everybody be outside, and I was like, no, Maria.
Yeah,
I said, we got to go the other way. You're a good luck star, Maria. You gotta keep coming back. Your excitement, right?
That is our 5 finals ribs. I'm probably going to leave that one out, but we'll see how it tightens up. Back on the Outlaw now for about 15 minutes, and we're going to be ready for some judging. All right, I hope these judges like these 3 slabs I got picked out for them, because they are absolutely beautiful. Wish us luck. Here we go. All right, that's a wrap. Done with finals. We'll see y'all at awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, now
little stop by. Here we go. This goes to Liberty. Come on down, Liberty! 2 teams left in the rib division. One of them gets second place, one of them gets first. The one who gets first goes on to find out if they are the grand champion. 7th place in ribs goes to...
They're freaking Ray-Bans, man.
Slaps of Smoke!
Yes!
Yes!
Yes, sir!
Will you put your hands together for a guy and his team that are absolutely amazing? As a matter of fact, he came back to this competition and said, I'm going to compete in this until a rib team wins. All right? Well, the second year, a rib team won, and it was not his team. But he said, if anybody's going to win it, I was happy for John David and for Ridiculous. That's the kind of competitor he is.
He deserved it.
He is first place in ribs and has a shot at Grand Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage Heath Riles BBQ. How you feeling right now?
Speechless. I mean, this is the World Championship, and so I'll say it again. Anytime you get to walk this stage against this caliber of teams is a damn good day.
Yeah, it is.
And I just want to say thank you to all the volunteers. Thank you, cattlemen, and everybody else that coordinated this contest, because we couldn't do it without everybody working together. And to me, this was the smoothest, easiest load in. Everything went great here that I could see. We loved it, and I love pavement. Pavement.
Congratulations, Heath Riles BBQ. Don't go far, because we're going to see you back on this stage in just a bit to find out who the grand champion is.
Well, as you can see, we just won first place. We're hanging out back now, listening to the hog teams. So us, Big Bob Gibson gets to go back to the stage, and whoever wins first place hog, and we're going to find out who's the grand champion tonight. I want to wish everybody luck. It's going to be a duel out between all of us. I know the judges had their hands full. Good luck to everybody.
How you feeling, buddy? How you feeling for your husband?
Nervous, very.
Heath, how you feeling? You've been here before.
It's all over but the crying. Just say the word. Somebody's going to win a grand champion.
There we go. There we go. Are you ready? You want to know who won? Yeah, the paper's all out of whack, but I'll tell you right now, it's a shed.
Well, as y'all can see, it's a wrap for 2024. I couldn't be more proud of our team. I know we didn't win Grand Championship, but that don't matter. We're on top of the world in these ribs, baby. And, you know, I'm going to come back next year and give it another swing, because cooking at this level of competition and doing what we love, it's an incredible feeling and experience. And I'm glad that my wife and the rest of my team and friends and work colleagues, was everybody here to experience it, and childhood friends. It's just an incredible experience. So I can't wait. I'll see y'all in 2025.